Hey guys, it's Matt with BleepinJeep, and this is an ORI Strut. If you're watching this video, I'm sure you know that. We're over here at my buddy Ross's shop, and today we're going to be adding this. This is an external reservoir that goes on here. It gives you that much more oil capacity. It's also adjustable, so you can get more stages in your travel. Stay tuned. We'll be right back. This video is brought to you by Crawl Off-Road, so if you need a set of ORIs, give Jason a call. His cell phone number is on the website. The link is below.
Okay guys, I have 16-inch travel STX ORI struts. And some of the things I ran into when I started racing with them was I would get them hot, I would not have enough gas space to lighten my spring rate, and I was trying to get into where my oil dampening was and how much I had. The rebound is adjustable, which adds a lot to it, but I could not do the top. They were excellent for rock crawling and recreational wheeling, but once I started pushing the limits, I found them for this particular model. ORI has now come out with a 5-stage, externally adjustable reservoir that all the magic from the regular strut is now in the body. And it allows you to have 24 points to be able to adjust your compression stroke and add 2 stages to them. It comes with a new body. The body is off. If this is a 16, it's off a 14. It's a kit. It seems to be pretty easy to install, and we'll do it right here. Okay, if you're like me and you've taken your ORI apart about 10 times, they recommend using a strap wrench. I haven't been able to do that. I haven't gotten one to work. It could be operator error, but what I've done is I've found these notches in the bottom of your strut fit beautifully into your vise if you rotate it. I use a TIG glove, a TIG welding glove. It's a nice thin leather, and it fits right in the notches, so you don't tear up your strut. Can't tighten it down too tight because there's seals in here and threads down here, and we don't want to mess them up. When you pull your strut off, you've got to let all the gas out of the bottom, all the gas out of the top. If you'll turn it upside down, pull your Schrader valve, you can drain all the oil out of the top and the bottom. For this scenario, to install our new kit, we just have to deal with the top. We don't have to deal with the rebound, so all of our oil down here stays fine. We've got our strut mounted. We have to break it loose. So we come up with a wrench on the top. We can break it loose, and we open it up and we see what we have inside. Okay, pull our top cap off, and be careful, you'll lose the top valve. Set the top cap aside. We want to take our valve out. Now, with our main body, if you still have a little shock oil left, it's going to pour out as you lift it up. Just be prepared. Now, this top valve needs to have 4 holes open. Some struts, as you take them apart, will only have 4 holes. Some will have 3, some will have 8. To run this new kit, ORI recommends 4 holes. So I have previously plugged all but 3 holes in mine, so I just need to choose another one where I put a set screw in it and take it out. Now, if you've run into this before, you use an 8/32 tap, and you tap these top holes almost all the way through, and then you insert a set screw and bottom it out so it can't come back out and float around in your shock. So now we have 1, 2, 3, 4 holes open, and we'll reinstall our valve and our sets in our springs. But in my case, I have taken this thing apart and previously rebuilt the bottom foot on it, so I need to add oil to the top. Where we install this oil is in this body. So you extend your bottom fully, and then we put our oil in here. ORI sent with the kit 4 quarts of shock oil, so I use a graduated beaker, and I'll use their 5-weight shock oil. Make sure my 3 springs are in my valve. Make sure my O-ring's in place. I'm going to reinstall my valve on the top. Now, kit comes with new O-rings. And comes with a new body. I have 16-inch travel shocks, and they send a 14-inch travel body. When you put new O-rings on, make sure they're lubed and make sure your surface is clean. If they're not, you're going to have leaks. I use some light grease when I lube mine. You can use shock oil, anything that's handy that won't tear up your O-ring. Take our new body, make sure everything's clean inside. We slide our body on. This is a new body that comes 2 inches shorter than your old one. Be gentle, there's an O-ring at the top. You want to slide it over. A little lube helps. Don't want to contaminate your shock oil, but a little lube helps. Okay, got our new body on. Now comes our externally adjustable reservoir. This slides on. Now we have to assemble our top cap. Our top cap traditionally came with 19 brass tubes. These have to come off. We don't reuse the tubes. The easiest way I found to remove them is they're actually threaded in, is to grab a hold of them near the cap with a pair of vice grips, and they will unscrew. The first couple, you get the clicks. You can only move a little at a time. But after you get a couple out, it goes a lot faster. Okay, now we've got all of our tubes loose. A pair of vice grips does wonders. You're not reusing them, so don't worry about tearing them up. Now, we've got to put a new O-ring in, and we have to install our top cap. So, we don't want to tear anything up. Just put a little lube on it. You don't want to dry start anything. And we've got our valve in, our 3 springs, 4 holes. If you have 3, drill one out. You have to drill it out to 0.140 to 150 to add a 4th hole. So now we'll tighten this down. And only give it good and snug. You've got to be able to move the reservoir. Once you put it on the vehicle, you have to adjust it. This thing is huge. So you have to be able to adjust it out of the way of the tire and the chassis. Okay. So we got to put our Schrader valves back in. We'll put our misalignment spacers back in. We have our oil in the top, oil in the bottom. We've got our new adjustable reservoir that uses 5 stages of compression. And we're ready to put our ORI back on the vehicle. We got to put our misalignment spacers back in our unit balls at both ends. And we're ready to put it back on. So we have to rotate our external reservoir to where it won't hit anything through its whole cycle. Which to me looks to be about right there. Then to tighten it all up, you use a strap on the bottom cap. There we go. We need to put a Schrader back in the top, but from now on we have a Schrader in the bottom of the reservoir we'll use to fill it from. You could probably also just use a plug. 7/16. Tighten them down good and snug. So now we have our 5 stage of compression, externally adjustable, rebound adjustable, 16-inch ORI strut. You have a compression adjuster on it now. Prior you did not. You had to take your strut apart and do some work to it. Now you have 24 different settings. Start, go all the way clockwise, and back it up 12 spots. That's right in the middle. Now you can start from there. So if you ride, if you bottom out too quick, you can tighten up your ride this way. You can increase your compression dampening. So the oil moving through the valves will move through a little smaller valve. You tighten it up a little bit. And depending on how you decide you're going to shock tune, if you're racing or if it's a recreational crawler, if you're just crawling, you probably like it a lot softer than if you're racing. But soft is key too, because the beauty of the ORI is the first couple inches is real soft. And then now with 5 stages, each stage can get progressively stiffer so you don't hit your bumps so hard. And you can adjust it to match what you need. Now we'll charge our ORI and we'll check for leaks. The bottom, charge first, fully compressed. And depending on the weight of your vehicle and how what you do with it, whether it's road and trail or just trail, run anywhere from 90 to 150 pounds. And I generally run 150 pounds in the bottom of my struts. Charge them first. I happen to use the ORI single fill kit. If I was to do it again, I would buy the dual fill kit. That way you can charge both struts at the same time. If not, you put gas in one, gas in the other, and back and forth until you get your right height and everything's set and equal. Zero loss chuck is on, valve is open. Turn our gas on. If I can move this around so you can see it. And I will add gas to the bottom. Till we reach our 150 mark. You go just high because you'll lose just a touch as you take it off. Okay, now we'll fill our top section for the first time. And we'll fill to ride height. Right now it shows 400 because I only have one strut on it, but it would generally lift the vehicle at about, my prior pressure was 240 to have 8 inches of shock shaft, so I would say this translates directly. With one strut on it, I'm running 400. I'll take it off and we will check for leaks. Bottle of your favorite soapy water, dish detergent. Spray all your fittings, all your seams, every joint that's on it. Look for bubbles. No bubbles, we have a happy day.
Alright guys, thanks a lot for watching. Now remember, you can buy these in a kit to retrofit your existing ORIs, or you can buy them as a whole unit already pre-built. Hit the thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. Do subscribe so you can see more videos like this. And we do videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. We'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. This video is brought to you by Crawl Off-Road. So if you need a set of ORIs, give Jason a call. His cell phone number is on the website. The link is below.